Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I play the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Tom Rayleigh. The scenario is called On Location. It was written by Josh Harwood, who is also our game master. This is a one-shot. But before we begin, we have a new patron. Jen Rosenwald has pledged $1 a month to our club. Thank you very much, Jen. So without any further delay, let's begin our journey into the darkness. Josh?
Yes, 2021. We are in the Lake District, which is northeast. Yeah, northeast. I had to think about that'd be really bad if I didn't know that. Northeast of England, and it's a massive tourist location. It's beautiful. This is where the water actually looks nice in England, and that's very rare. It's a very rare occasion. Around the outskirts of the actual lake, there's about 22 villages / towns. One of the big ones is Windermere. It's a big location in the Lake District. However, this is set in the fictional Linmere, where our production company, World Voice Productions, are coming to set up for a short film that will be filmed based on some local folk stories. On the side, they are also here to interview the locals for a documentary about these folk tales and if they're actually true or if they've just been misconstrued over random stuff over the years, like most are. And so they will be staying in a small lakeview bungalow just overlooking the village. All the equipment that they will be using and the crew who will be joining them in 2 weeks will be using have been dropped off in crates, and it will be up to the best boy to sift through that. So yeah, you are all in the main lounge of this bungalow.
So it looks like all the crates have arrived.
Are there anything damaged?
Nothing so far. We're still going through it. But everything was packed pretty well. No complaints there. I've got to secure extra lodging for the rest of the crew.
Oh, Dev, there's three of my newest lenses are packed in, I think, crate 2. If you could, when you have time, if you could just make sure they came in good.
You can go and pack.
Oh, okay. Oh, they're ready for, okay, thanks.
I mean, they should be ready just about now.
Perfect.
Yeah, check through, make sure that, everything's okay.
Thank you. We're nicely situated. This is pretty decent. We're not too far from where we should be going initially, at least.
Have you all checked into your rooms?
I have. It's very nice. Yeah, picked a good place.
Anything you need?
Not right now. No.
Okay.
We're probably gonna have to figure out something for decent coffee and tea. This village is, short one horse of a one-horse village. I imagine that, pickings are lean.
Yeah, you'll know, Todd, that there's about, other than this bungalow, and there's a few other similar bungalows along this hill, mainly for tourists. The actual village probably has about 12 houses, and then a pub.
What season is it? Or I assume it's not the tourist season.
No, the tourist season's just ended, so you're looking at
September-ish?
End of September, beginning of October time.
Also, our schedule's a little open right now, so I mean, I don't care if you guys get hammered at the pub, because that's all going to end when the rest of the crew gets here. We've got a tight deadline.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the pub would be a good place to meet up with the locals anyway to start getting some interviews set up.
Yeah, I assume that's where the talking is the loosest.
And Todd, you might find a few little ladies who make some pretty damn good tea.
My question is, how does a tourist family manage to lose a kid in a place this small? I mean,
Well-
unless they actually dropped a hay bale on them or tossed them in the lake, it's not like.
There's a lot of wilderness around when there's the lake. Kids can drown.
Yeah. And outside of the village, there are a few other houses which some people would probably put in as part of the village, even though technically they're not because they're outside the village. But
That's the thing. I mean, it is interesting how kids could go missing, and that's where the story is. So I guess that's why we're here. I mean, if it turns out there isn't much, we can always fudge reality a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
You can do that nicely.
As Mark Twain said, never let the truth get in the way of a good story.
mm-hmm.
I'll step outside. I want to see if there's a good view of, say, the lake and maybe fading off into some mysterious woods, just to get like maybe a nice opening shot.
oh, you've got a beautiful view of the lake, but as you're like getting that, your camera kind of goes along, and there's just suddenly a face in front of your camera.
Oh, hello there.
Hello. He's a very rugged man. He's got long white beard, short white hair. You must be the production company. I'm Martin Humes. I'm the local guide. One of you requested, someone from the production team requested my assistance.
Oh, is that the guide I hear?
Yeah. Well, the way he's breathing, I can't imagine he can escort us too far.
Well, good thing there's not a whole lot of places to walk to in this way. Good afternoon, sir. Jeff Elliott.
Oh, Mr. Elliott, nice to meet you. And he grabs your hand with both hands. Martin Humes. I wasn't sure if you just wanted a guide of the village or of the majority of the district.
We're focusing on the village right now.
Interesting. Why this village out of all of them?
Well, we've heard some interesting folk tales about the place. So it seems like an interesting little spot of the world.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Have you lived here all your life?
For, well, 55 years of it, yes.
Mm.
Are you one of the older people in the village? Anybody here been here longer than you?
I'm not from this village, but there are a few people older. There's Garrett. He's nearly 100. He's been
Wow.
he's been ill recently. It is what it is when you get old. I know that feeling.
You want a cough drop or something?
Oh no, it fades. It's over years of smoking.
So
Doctor away.
Who are the local legal authorities if some things should go amiss? I assume a village this small is dependent upon the larger district for law enforcement and that sort of thing.
The closest is Windermere. There's a small force there, small police presence. We do get a lot of patrols every so often, especially around tourist season. Just you get a lot of teens who like to mess around.
Makes sense.
There's a lot of old people who live. A lot of the elderly live in these parts.
So mostly retirement community, sort of.
A lot of the villages, it'll be rare, especially in a small village like this, to find someone younger than 40, 50.
Excuse me. You're Mr. Martin James?
Humes.
Humes. Oh yeah, here's your name. We called you 15 pounds for showing everybody around town.
Oh, you don't owe me anything.
Well, that was our agreed upon. It's best that we pay you something.
People who rang me insisted on paying me, but I don't need the money anymore. So you can keep it.
I don't know if something that you do disagrees with the pharma's little clipboard there, you're in massive trouble.
It doesn't really matter. I mean, in the end, we've got a budget, and it all goes into the budget anyway. So you might as well take the money. But we'll pay you after.
Yes, I'll think on it. I guess.
Did we discuss with Mr. Humes about being interviewed?
That's all up to you. Well, how you want to run it.
Mr. Humes, how would you feel about being interviewed for our little documentary?
Interviewed.
Yeah, interviewed. We just ask you some questions about your life here, things that you've seen, interesting tidbits about the area. Nothing too intrusive.
Yes. I wouldn't mind. You got to be wary of my cough, though. I don't think it'd be very film friendly.
Well, that's a beautiful thing about a post-production. Isn't that right, Ethan?
Editing.
Yeah, I can soften it up so it doesn't come out as rough and your voice isn't as gravelly if you want.
That's going in one ear, going out the other, I'm afraid. But I trust you film types know what you're doing.
Could also give you a good drink to help maybe coat the.
It's fine. So, do you want me to take you down to the village, or do you want me to come back in an hour or two?
Yeah, Varmites. I mean, do you need to do more?
No, I've got everything handled here. We're just going through the inventory, making sure everything is here. I don't foresee any problems.
Be useful to get a general tour of the place and a little backstory, so we can figure out, what we have to get in the next couple of weeks before the main complement shows up. So sure, Mr. Humes, if you'd like to lead us about.
Do you guys need a pad and a pencil? You can make notes on anything that you might need. Bring it back to me. I mean, I can go with you if you want. Hold on.
Yeah.
I've got flunkies. Do I? Happy to add puck shit.
Probably. We could say one came with you, like one stayed. Yeah.
Right.
Because it's all been unpacked and then the rest just left.
Okay.
So we could say they left one person if.
All right. So I've accounted for everything. I'll go with you in case we need to come up with something.
Perfect. I'm grabbing a satchel and one of my 3 new lenses too with the camera.
Just
I'll bring my lighter recording gear. I don't want to haul a huge thing set around.
Well, technically, the documentary doesn't start for a couple of weeks, but all this footage is.
Oh yeah, footage recordings.
We're making the documentary right now.
Yeah,
the film itself is going to be started in 2 weeks.
the actual fictional film is in 2 weeks.
I see.
Yeah.
I don't know why nobody told me this damn shit.
Well, when you receive emails, you have to read every single part of the email.
Fucking scene. I read your emails. It's just that it all blends into one long thing of work. So I don't know where one thing ends and the next begins. All right, that's cool. Let's go.
All right, Mr. Fumes, let's do it.
So
I'll bring some bottles of water.
No need. I have provisions in my vehicle of water. I try to provide the best service I can.
So why do you give these tours? If that's the right word for them. These guide tourists and visitors around.
Just try to give people a reason to see what there is to see in this area. And in my young days, I was a historian. I was a history teacher for a few years, and an archaeologist. I even did a bit of archaeology for a while, but those are long gone.
Speaking of which, are there any standing stones or that sort of thing in these parts?
Oh, the standing stones, for sure.
Okay, that's good. That's good for good atmospheric stuff. Any yeah.
I could. It's a bit of a way out, but I could go show you Long Meg.
Oh, right. She was cursed, right?
Yes. Supposedly, she was a witch, and so were her daughters.
Right, and that's a big cluster of stones. She's the longest one.
Yeah. Said that they're all there.
Yeah, so should we follow you in our vehicle and then you can, stop occasionally and get out and explain things? Or go we do a walking tour or?
Because the village is just down this path, I parked just at the bottom of this path. We can walk the village. There's no issue there. But if you want to go anywhere outside, and if you wanted to go see Windermere or you wanted to go see the rock formation or anywhere else, it would be by vehicle.
You're right. Yeah, well, let's start on foot. Nice enough.
Mr. Humes, you mentioned that you used to be dabbled in archaeology. Anything around these parts, or was that farther away?
Well, this might be something you wanted me to talk about in your documentary, but we did find about 10 years ago, I think my memory sometimes goes, we did find some human remains. They seem to indicate being a child.
Oh. And by remains, did anyone have a guess at how old?
At the time, 20, 30 years.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
Not old. But never identified. And there was, it's hard when there's a lot of people claiming missing children or missing people, especially out here. It's hard to know who's telling the truth. It sounds bad, but some people do it for a bit of publicity, especially ever since, like, a lot of issues like the Moors killings and things like that. A lot of people go a bit crazy in these rural parts.
Yeah, well, an isolation isn't for everybody.
It is not indeed. Anyway, follow me.
Yeah, after you.
Walks past his Jeep, and He pulls down the back of it. There's some water if you would like some.
In a bottle or something.
Cheap bottled water.
Okay, I'll take that. Take one. Thank you.
Yeah, very tasty.
So as he brings you to the front of the village, this is supposedly Arthur himself stood at the spot and looked out at the village and into the lake. It's why, he points down, it's why it's marked here. It's like a little circle, like a round table almost.
King Arthur.
Yes.
Is this where the Lady of the Lake is?
Well, some people would like to believe so, but no, it is historically not. No.
I've seen the movie.
That was a good cartoon. But the sword in the stone?
Oh, no, I was referring to the Excalibur.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that one.
As you can see, a lot of the houses keep the old stonework. The only things that we've really updated in most of the villages are the roofs and a lot of the interior, but the exterior has remained the same over the years.
It's because you can't go to Home Depot and find a rock just the right size.
Home Depot? What is
big box hardware store.
How's the cell reception out here?
Choppy in places.
Okay.
Here it's in the center of the village, it'll be fine, but going out on the outskirts, you might lose it. You may lose a bit of connection up in your bungalow every so often. It can be choppy, but it is what it is.
Not bad. Not bad. Still.
Sorry.
Could be a bit of a morbid question.
Yes.
Could you take us to the site where those remains were found?
I can indeed.
I just think that'd be an excellent place to do a preliminary interview about, as you mentioned, these kind of folk or tall tales about children going missing and
yes.
your opinions on those things.
It's just outside the village. I'll finish the tour here first. So, old man Garrett lives just in that house. He's got a young wife.
Oh, young. 70?
A 60, actually.
Sick. Oh, robbing the cradle.
He's a grave robber. I mean, he's not a grave. She's a grave robber.
Yes. Good old Mary. She's good. She's she helps out. Cares for a lot of the animals that roam. If we find any injured out there, she patches them up.
Right.
As we're going through this tour, are we seeing other people kind of meandering about, or is it pretty desolate or pretty vacant?
Yeah, you're seeing the locals pondering around. There's a lot more around the pub, which is just by the lake. Another thing you're noticing is there's lots of butterflies.
Oh, quite.
Beautiful.
Well, take some pictures of them.
But as there's some butterflies go past him, he kind of bats a couple away. They're like rodents around here.
Just kind of curious, is the emergency number around here 911 or 919?
999.
Yeah, I think it's now. I'm testing my note. I think it's 111 at the moment. I'm pretty sure.
It's not 999 anymore?
I'm pretty sure it's 111 at the moment.
It's not 999.
For non-emergency.
Oh, I think it's France 999. Sorry.
Well, I'm thinking for emergencies.
Yeah.
And now I've got to actually check because I know we changed emergency. So
You need to be ready to call in case
This guy drops dead.
Mr. Humes chokes to death.
You think he's taking a COVID test recently with all that coffee?
I know.
Yeah.
It is 999, but 111 is for 111 is what you use for get a quicker response, really, because 999 is for all of the emergency services. 111 links straight to medical.
Okay. Good to know.
What's the pub called?
The Cock and Bull.
Well, traditional. Probably dates back to 15th century or some madness like that.
Yes, you'd be correct.
1579.
Same family run it?
Yes. The Crows. Bernard Crow is currently the owner.
And that's the only sort of public establishment in town in terms of food and drink?
Yes. Richard's just over there. Richard Brooke. He has a little store, so minor groceries and stuff.
Right, that's for people to get their newspapers and their canned soup and that sort of thing.
Yes, if they don't want to make the trip to the big town.
How long is the drive to Windermere?
Like 20 minutes, I think. Yeah, yeah, about 20 minutes.
Not bad.
But yes, I think that's
lovely village.
God. Oh, sorry.
Maybe we should swing by the town store and get some lozenges or something for you. Just
you've got the. He's looking a bit pale at the minute.
Mm-hmm.
But you've got the lake right there. Some of the locals fish. We're not really meant to, but they fish. We get a lot of watches here for Bessie as well.
Bessie? What's Bessie?
Basically, the local Loch Ness.
Ah.
What's the name of the lake?
The lake. That's a good question. I don't know about right now. Okay.
It's Bessie Lake.
I'm pretty sure it's just Lake Windermere. Don't know why I did not have this written down. I'm pretty sure it's Lake Windermere.
Okay. It is now.
Yeah.
Windermere is the biggest lake there, so yeah. It would be Windermere. Whether it's because you are close to Windermere, so yeah, it would be Windermere. There are 14 lakes in the Lake District.
So. Yeah, it's a nice village. And when the tourists come, they usually stay in the village, or just more in those bungalows that like we rented.
Yes, the bungalows, and
makes sense. Yeah,
they don't get stocked up by us. Scott comes along and stocks them up. He's a good lad. He's probably the youngest person you'll see here. He's 19. He's not.
Scott.
Yeah, he's not everything's there, but he gets the job done, and he does a bit of handy work for the locals as well.
Do you think Garrett might, being he's been around for so long, might be healthy enough to speak with us just briefly?
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't see why not. Mary's there anyway, so I wouldn't see why he wouldn't try. And you might not get loads of words out of him, but
Well, here's something in general. We're going to be discussing the children who may have gone missing and stories to that effect. And when the rest of our organization comes, the film is about two detectives investigating those events. Are there people who are very sensitive about that we should avoid the subject with, or?
Not really, but I would suggest not bringing it up in the pub. It ruins the mood, you see.
Sure.
People will happily speak, well, not happily, but they will speak about it in the confines of their home, or if you isolate them, but not in a big public place.
Gotcha.
Dampens the mood.
Do you happen to recall the names of any of the Windermere authorities that investigated those events? Or is that just a subject we'll have to bring up there?
The only one I could think of, but he's deceased now, is Detective Rogers, but he's been dead for about 10 years now.
Sorry, can you spell that for me?
Rogers.
Oh, Rogers. Gotcha.
Rogers.
Gotcha.
Detective Rogers.
Did Detective Rogers die of natural causes?
I don't recall. I think he just had a heart attack. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember anything out of ordinary happening. Goddamn butterflies.
Yeah.
Think what they bring, maybe like pollen and some allergic reaction here, maybe, or?
I don't know. Sorry, I'm going to have to take a seat, and he just goes by the pub. You shouldn't have there anyway, because it's like a nice stone path. He just goes sit on one of the chairs.
I'm afraid this chap's going to die before he can tell us where they found the remains.
Oh, I know. He's going to kill us sick.
Do you think he's been inhaling butterflies? I mean...
Well, I don't know. I mean, but with him cussing out the butterflies, I could add in some ominous music when some butterflies take off and kind of hype it up just a little bit.
Yeah, there could be something if we get, maybe desaturated a little bit. You could get some nice sort of mournful slow motion flapping.
Yeah, I could capture that nicely here.
We'll do spot hiddens for me.
Spot hiddens.
Spot hiddens. Dev, you are muted if you were saying anything.
I was just saying I knew a lady I was friends with years ago who was absolutely terrified by butterflies. I mean, freaking out, crazy, afraid of butterflies.
Okay. Aaron, you for rolling with spot hidden.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I got my head buried in my thing.
It must be my Zoom.
I have a hard success, which I could sweeten to extreme for mere 2 points, if it's useful.
Yeah, it would be useful, actually.
All right, then. So yeah. I have an extreme success and 2 fewer hit points.
Dev, what did you get? Did you use 16? No.
I had a 36. This was a spot hidden?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's regular.
Okay. So, Aaron, was yours?
It was regular 40 out of 56.
So, Aaron and Dev, just down the side of the pub, you both noticed there's like a small cluster of butterflies. Just like a small, there seems way too many to be.
Like stuck on something or in a cluster in the air?
Just in a cluster in the air.
Oh, I want to picture this. I'll go closer. I want to get, this is unusual, so let's take some shots.
Todd, you see the same, but beyond it, you see possibly a small child, but how the feet are, because you can mainly see the feet, they're staring at the butterflies, because you can see the wings clearer, so it appears like whatever's beyond is speaking to the butterflies, and the butterflies are speaking.
So this is a cloud of butterflies. It's not a cluster of 5. It's a little swarm.
Yeah.
And beyond that, there might be a small person.
Yeah, from what you can see. Yeah.
That's the damnedest thing. Aaron, can you? Is there a zoom on that? Is there? Behind those.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Taking full advantage here. Oh yeah. Bring it, butterflies. Show it. Show it to
Aaron, when you zoom, Aaron, all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, Martin is just in front of your camera again. I'm ready to continue now.
Where are you?
When I look back, sort of around, are the butterflies still there, or are they gone now?
Just now, they are like small little clusters. They've kind of gone out of that big mass. And they're just like small.
I've never seen so many clustered together like that. I've seen maybe like a dozen, but wow, that was a lot.
Mr. Humes, do they? Is this the normal season for these butterflies in these parts?
Oh, they're not this many. They usually, obviously, come out in like springtime, and we see them in the summer. But they're usually gone by now, especially this road.
It seems late to me. So when you said, are there working farms in the area, or is it basically, as you suggested, sort of a semi-retired area?
There are a couple of animal farms. There are some. If you go to some of the other lakes in the district, you might find some other farms. And there are some agriculture.
And does the village have a school?
The closest school is in Windermere to here. So
there really aren't any children in town.
No, as I said, this is mainly other than Scott. This is mainly people 40 plus in this village.
So I could have sworn I saw a kid down there a minute ago.
Yeah, I might have it on my camera. I took a whole bunch of shots. Let's flick through and see.
All your shots, Aaron, are blurred.
This can't be. These shots are blurred. This makes no sense.
Was that about a new lens?
Yeah,
good time to work out any bugs, I guess.
Brand new. I go back earlier when I was taking shots out at the lake. Are they blurred too?
No, they're fine. It's just down there.
It's just these shots that I just took now that are all blurred.
Yeah, they're all blurred.
This just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Well, maybe they're flapping their wings so fast. You know, you didn't.
Maybe didn't focus properly the camera.
I don't know. I've done this a lot. I'll change out the lenses and then carry on. Do a couple test shots.
All of your lenses are back at the.
I grabbed one of them before heading out.
Oh.
Mr. Humes, do you want to point us in the direction of Long Meg and then go home and have some broth or something we can pick up again with you when you're feeling?
No. It's my duty to the guides. I have to.
Your duty. Is there an organization of guides, or is this just a personal conviction of yours?
Personal. I like to make sure everyone is safe and happy in these spots.
Well, and so you're not out in the weather much more. I guess, shall we press on and go see the find?
Yes, I can take you. It's on the way to Long Meg anyway. So it's this side's just outside of the village. Actually, it's quite close to my home. So.
Oh, well, then this will drop you off.
I was just like this in that area just outside the pub. There's like a nice old fountain there. I did forget to point it out, and it's supposedly built by the Knights of Arthur. As a
They were quite handy, weren't they?
For for a form of protection. But I don't believe in that.
Is the fountain stone that could be remotely old enough to, I mean, the Arthurian times 800 AD or something?
Yes, it's been restored since then, but you might have a good eye for it, Mister. I didn't actually catch your name. For you, he's talking to you, Todd.
Yeah, sorry, Mitchett. Todd Mitchett.
Mitchett. If you look down here at the bottom, it's still got the old stone, possibly maybe not the original, but close enough. And then we get to the restored stone. The further we get up,
is the water good?
The water's good. Yes, we had a few vandals over the years, which is why the restoration. People do not respect historical sites these days, I'm afraid.
No.
I will.
Do you mind if I roll archaeology on that?
Yeah, you can.
Just out of curiosity. Oh, well, that's a 97, so restoration and all.
Oh, restoration. We can stop and you can have a bite to eat, or we can go straight to the remains. It's up to you. It's probably about 2 PM at this point. So.
Well, the pub's right here.
Yep. You're right next to the pub.
We're going to be here for weeks. I mean, it's something to eat.
Yeah, we ate not that long ago, right?
I'm not sure Hume's going to be here for weeks.
I'm not sure that we wouldn't be able to get around without him much faster. I don't say that.
yeah, I know you're whispering.
We've been out here for 40 minutes and we haven't seen the damn thing.
Look, we've tried to. I mean, how many times do you have to politely hint that you don't want somebody around before they take it?
Yeah.
I mean, he is the young one of the group. After all, this Garrett is 100 years old, and apparently the crows are 400 and some odd years old.
Yeah, they've been around forever.
Original owners.
Yeah, original owners, you think. So did you know they're all vampires?
Yeah, I'm for a snack. We've cut budget for that.
All right.
Little fish and chips before we head out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm checking my pictures, my photographs too, and the mini videos, making sure nothing's blurred. I'm starting to second guess myself.
Sure
all your originals are fine. It's just down that little alley, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
Is there any problem with the lens?
No, everything's fine. Before, after, in the similar vicinity. It's just when I took pictures of those butterflies.
Well, you've got the raw data. It's digital, right? So you've got the raw data.
Yeah.
Maybe we can pull something out of it.
Yeah.
As you're all next to Martin anyway, as he's kind of just discussing options, he then looks even more like he's about to pass out, and then he just throws up a bit of blood on the floor.
Oh my God. Oh, Mr. Hume. Here.
Marma, contact somebody, please.
Yeah. 111.
No, I'm fine. Just
you're not fine.
This is not fine. Coughing up blood is bad.
Go get Mary.
This could be TB.
Yeah, I'll knock on the Garrett's door.
Get
Extremely
Mary.
Contagious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm backing up pretty far from him.
He's on his knees at this point, and he's just leaning over the blood.
Like,
All right. So I'm rapping on the Garrett's door.
they're there, Mr. Fumes.
Just a minute, you hear Todd from the other side of the door. And then the door opens and this a fairly young lady, a fairly young looking lady is there. Hello.
Hi. Mr. Humes is unwell, and he asked us to call for you.
Yes, I guess. Mr. Humes, is he okay?
He's it's right over there. He's been coughing, but he started coughing up blood. He's just over here.
Not again. Okay. I will go get my vehicle. I will have to take him to Windermere.
All right, we'll stay with him. He's just over, around the corner at the pub.
Okay, so who went with you, Todd, to the garage store? Who was with? Did anyone go with you to the door?
Not anybody did.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so the other four, you can all do spot hiddens around Garrett. Not Garrett Martin.
Ooh, that's a hard 20 out of 56.
23 is a hard success.
Regular 47.
100.
So we have to fish Ethan's eyes out of the lake.
Eyes just in the microphone.
So the people who succeeded, you'll notice for a brief second before his hand goes over it. In the blood, there appears to be a butterfly.
What?
But his hand goes over
Did
it.
he eat one?
What?
Did he cough up a butterfly?
Mr. Humes, that doesn't look quite right. You haven't been...
He must have just inhaled it and then choked on it.
How do you inhale a butterfly?
There's some clouds of them around. Maybe he just...
Maybe that's... Was it like a small one, like a little one, or we're talking...
You weren't sure even on the high success because his hand it kind of instantly covered it, and then when his hands come out from over it, it's not there. So
what color butterflies are these?
they have pink wings.
Pink.
About how big are they?
The normal, like the average butterfly. Like they're not massive, but just like
3 or 4 centimeters across, or like this big, like.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, this is North America.
Yeah. Maybe that. Did he stop coughing after he hacked that up? Maybe that's what. Maybe he's just choking on it, like when you get a chip caught in your throat.
No, he keeps coughing.
Oh, yeah.
But the blood is in phases.
Yeah, I'm not coming near him.
It looks like TB to me. Don't get near that.
Yeah.
And then Mary comes up just down the path with in her truck, and she's got a young lad with her. Fairly young, but he's built like a brick shit house, basically.
That'll be Scott.
And he puts his arms around mine and says, "Come on, Mr. Humes, let's get you to some help." And he takes her and they put him in the car. Mary says, "Thank you for coming to get me. We'll see you in a while." They drive off.
All right. Well, not only do we not have him to show us where the body was found, but I really could use a pint after that.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Yeah. I'm right there.
Let's go wash our hands, everybody, please.
Yeah. Wash your hands.
Ugh.
Who drank the water?
I drank some water, but it's a sealed bottle.
Yeah, I did too.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll pour some vodka on top of it. That should.
Yeah, there you go.
Help out.
You
Yeah.
get vodka. You're not supposed to carry alcohol with you.
Oh, there'll be some in the pub, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Vodka?
gin.
Maybe.
Oh, the ones in London have it, so yeah.
Most pubs in England have vodka or some form of vodka. I don't know about the Lake District. It's mostly going to be a lot of ales and.
I'll have a pint of bitter, but I imagine if James Bond prefers his martinis with vodka, that you can. It's not mezcal.
Yeah.
But he's always in the fanciest hotels in the world. So
that is true. So yeah, you go into the pub, and if you imagine an English pub, that's basically what it looks like. And there's a lot of people in here. A lot of them, as I said, they're quite old, grufty looking. Some look like maybe fishermen. They've got like jackets and stuff like that. And, they're all just chatting to each other, having a beer.
Are any of them like coughing a lot? And are there butterflies inside?
No real coughing. Maybe the odd cough. That's not.
No, like blood everywhere on the counters.
No blood everywhere.
Nobody's taking a drink, setting it down. There's just blood diffusing through.
Are any of them quite pink?
No blood on the counters, but on the ceiling there's blood. No good.
Butterflies. That's what.
Yeah.
Fish and chips and a drink.
I mean, there's a lot of. I'm not the producer, but there's a lot of ambience there. If there's, man-eating butterflies. I mean,
they
it'll fit in somehow into the witchcraft aspect.
Yeah.
Why does he want her? Why does he want Mary to take him, and not just the ambulance to come?
Well, there's a weird reticence. And they did not get the impression that he wanted us to be roaming around by ourselves, despite all his ill health. So there's something wacky in this town.
Why don't we after lunch? Why don't we go and take a look around ourselves? He gave us basic directions of where to go.
Yeah,
we're going to be here for 3 weeks or more.
Yeah, we might as well take today out for something like that.
Wander about.
Yeah, we can assume that you would have asked for the location. So he might have marked them or shown you, but obviously he was insisting on taking it. So yeah, you're in the pub. Your food and beers brought by a very cheery man.
Oh,
how old is he?
Probably say he's probably 60, but he looks like he's in his 40s. But it's very well in shape.
Yeah.
What's the cheese platter thing called?
Plowman's?
Plowman's. Yeah, I'll have Plowman's.
Plowman's, yeah.
And the darkest beer you've got.
Yes. He brings you over. He brings you plan. Hope you enjoy. My wife makes good food.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
I almost didn't finish that sentence for a second.
Yeah.
That was just me. I stopped because I thought I was gonna
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Say no more. Say no more.
Do I have the pleasure of addressing Mr. Bernard Crow?
Bernard Crow, yes.
Bernard Crow. Nice to meet you. Todd Mitchett. We're all with World Voice Productions.
Yes, you're the filmmaker.
Exactly so.
Part of the crew,
Yeah, we're sort of the advanced team. We're certainly going to want to use the pub as a location. So at some point, I'd like to have a conversation with you about, appropriate rental fee and, the paperwork and all of that.
No need. Obviously, we might want to sign something, but you can film in here for free. The locals won't mind being extras if you need them.
It's great for your hospitality, but Mitchell, if I'm not mistaken, we do have insurance and things that are.
I've got all that here, all the paperwork as well, press releases, whatever.
If you need anything signing, I'm all for a bit of exposure.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll bring some more tourist business to your town.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're going into the dire times at the moment, where we just have our locals and very few tourists.
That's probably a relief too. The
Speaking of
money's
which, you got
spread
any
to
good
tourists.
stories?
But what kind? I have varying tales.
Creepy, spooky stories.
Spooky stories. I like your style.
Well, it's not my style; it's the production company.
Well, Well, I'd probably say is I did actually look into why you guys are here, and your short story actually seems your short film seems very familiar. When was it? 40 years ago, maybe. A couple of detectives actually did stay the night up in the rooms, and we actually found them deceased in their rooms.
Oh, in this pub, the rooms
Yes,
at this pub.
In this pub upstairs, we do have some rooms for rent.
Aaron, if we could get a video of that room.
Yeah,
I know it's not spooky, but I thought it was relevant, and
it's
I guess in a
definitely
way,
relevant. Yeah,
I guess in a way it's spooky. Suicide is scary.
If you wouldn't mind, if we could go to that room and maybe film you outside the door talking about it a little bit, and maybe get some shots inside the room.
Oh yes, for sure. Well, they're vacant anyway, so yes.
Before we do that, could you sign this here? Just the release form.
Oh yes, I've got my own pen.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
You say deceased?
You need to know. Sorry, my eyes aren't what they used to be. There you go.
Thanks.
Oh, and there. Okay.
Yeah.
What deceased from any apparent cause? Just dead?
Well, they were here during a time when a few children were going missing in some of the neighboring villages, and obviously this is one of the older villages. A lot of the elderly stay here rather than the young folk. But they were staying here. It was a nice little spot, and they were having a rough time sleeping. And then one morning I went up because they didn't come down at their usual time, and I knocked on one of the doors, and it opened by itself, and there one of the detectives was hanging from the ceiling fan.
Oh my God.
Yes. Gruesome. Do you know the craziest thing? Someone had which is why I don't know. People said suicide, presumed, but then why was there butterfly wings drawn on his back?
Oh, interesting.
Yes. The other detective I found in the bath. Slit wrists.
Oh.
Any butterfly drawn in there as well, or?
I didn't look at that when I threw up.
Oh my Lord, it's terrible. A double suicide is so outlandish.
Or a suicide murder.
When you say they were drawn on his back, with pen, pencil, charcoal?
Not pen, not tattoo. I probably shouldn't have said drawn, more as carved. I didn't want to be so macabre. But no one believed me. They just thought it was they might have. The presumption is they both went a little loopy, and one of them carved it in his back, and I didn't believe it. They didn't seem like the type of detectives after all. But
is there some story about the butterflies? You seem to have a lot of them around.
No. Some people link them, I guess, to the witchcraft, but normal is just normal.
Do you have any witches around? Any practicing pagans?
No.
Sometimes
I think my wife's a witch.
Oh.
Is she?
No.
What about Mary?
Mary? Oh, Mary's a lovely woman.
We're just being goofy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's plenty of people that claim to practice witchcraft. It might be just an interest in herbalism or old folk medicine.
Well,
That's of course what I meant. Yeah.
And you mentioned herbalism. Mary is known to make her own herbs and spices, so
Yeah.
and remedies. So if that's what you count as witchcraft, then I guess maybe.
How about
You got ducks around here?
Aaron,
As
have
a
you,
corpse.
Yeah, it's just out there.
have you been carrying that bottle around with you all day?
Oh no, this is the water that Mr. Humes gave me.
It's brown water,
Yeah. Ugh.
fresh
Water.
and clean.
So when Aaron starts coughing up a butterfly, we'll know why.
Yeah, what are the myths about Long Meg? Is she big tourist draw at all?
Oh, for sure, especially when you get to the part where if you touch. A lot of the locals play pranks because when you touch it, it's meant to come out, come out and play. But it's just all a theatrical ploy.
I must have missed something. What's Long Meg?
It's the standing stone.
Oh, okay.
Yes, believed to be a witch who and all the small stones were her daughters, and they were cursed into this stone for being witches.
Oh, where is that? Is that on the map? Do we have that?
It's further down.
Yeah, it's a couple of kilometers out of town.
Oh,
And Humes showed us the road in question, so we could probably find it without his help. When was Meg and her children? When were they? Did you know how long ago they were documented?
I'm no historian, my friend. A long time ago. It's my guess. You're best speaking to Martin, I guess.
No, well, hopefully he'll be back from hospital. He just rushed off to Windermere with Mary and Scott.
Again.
His cough sounded something awful. Has that gone on?
We tell him over time he should not be doing these tours. He insists. It's his duty.
Yeah, wait, that's what I keep. How long has he been doing these tours?
Well, he's been here, 55 years? The man is 85.
it gives him a sense of purpose.
Yeah.
A reason to keep going.
Pretty much. Others just think he's a crazed man, but he has knowledge. He's good to be around.
And what about this Mr. Garrett?
Mr. Garrett. You wouldn't think he was 100, but he does. He don't really leave the bed. But when you look at him, you wouldn't think he was.
Oh, so he's that old. Okay.
Well, he's not 100 yet, but he's very close.
Cool.
And he's ill right now. He's
ill.
Yeah.
Very ill. I don't think he will see his 100th.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah.
Oh, it is what it is. We all live and we all die at the end of the day. So
yeah,
true.
I don't want to hold you any longer. You can.
Oh well.
We wanted to get you the. Yeah, we're gonna interview you.
Can I
upstairs?
Can I take care of the bill and I'll pay the bill. You guys can go off and.
Yes, if you go speak to my wife, and I will go in. Okay, so the rest of you are going upstairs with Bernard. Dev, as you are staying downstairs and paying the bill briefly, you can do me a spot hidden.
Oh, okay. 77. That is a fail.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm looking at the
paid bill?
decor, complimenting Mrs. Crow.
You noticed that one of the windows to the side of the bar is quite like steamy. That's what you really notice. But yeah,
Okay.
you paid the bill. It's not that much. They seemingly have given you a discount. Looking at their menu and then looking at that, they're giving you a drastically big discount. So yeah, upstairs with you guys, he takes you to the two rooms. They are next to each other. So how do you want me? Just want me in front?
First, say a couple test things. I wanted to make sure I adjust for the echo in here and everything. So I go ahead and make the adjustments.
That's good.
Mr. Crow, if you want to open up both the doors in question, we can get a sort of lay of the land, and then we'll figure out how to actually shoot your.
Yeah,
introducing them.
He opens the doors. They're pretty much identical when you go in rooms, except from they are en suite. So when you go in, the room on the right, the en-suite's on the right. The room on the left, the en-suite's on the left. It's kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're pretty much identical, the rooms, and they're very well kept. You do notice at the window there are like a few butterflies outside, not inside, but outside. There's a few butterflies on the window.
And you said these detectives you found them, but you said it was 40 years ago. So you were probably a young man just working here for your family?
Yes, I was a young man. I was there. My father was there as well. He, as I like to refer to it, he came to the curse as well. I don't think he could handle it, and he offed himself in the lake as well.
Oh.
Heavens.
Wow.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
You might be shocked that I said it, so I despise the man, so I'm not. I was broken at the time, but it's no real loss to humanity, I guess.
Fair enough.
Shocking.
The detectives what were they in Linmere about?
They were staying in Linmere. They were actually investigating the disappearance of 4 tourist children in one of the other one of the towns just further down.
Did you hear of any leads they were following? Were they getting close? Anything?
I think it was cold. I think it went cold. They spoke to the families, but it's hard when they're tourists and not locals. It's easier to try and find a local kid than it is a tourist kid. They don't know the area. A tourist kid could just walk off and be lost, and then succumb to the wild, I guess.
Yeah.
Although the tourist season is warm, but yeah, I mean, back in the day.
There's some swampy areas that you kind of step in, you kind of get stuck in the mud, and a child couldn't get out of that.
Yeah, if it's a deep bog, you could sink and drown.
Yes, indeed. It's coming up to where my lunch break would. Well, I say lunch. It's way past lunch break. Where my lunch break would be. So, if we can try and get through this.
Yeah, surely. If you just, Jeff, you should direct, I guess. But what you've told us, but sort of open each door and say how you found them. And
okay, so you just want me to talk about the one who's been hanged, and then talk about the bathtub and show you the bath and all that stuff. Yes.
Yeah, so we'll start you out here outside the door. You can give a kind of a background. 40 years ago, the detectives show up looking into missing children. One day, like, you came up here in the morning, you open the door, and then we'll kind of follow you through.
Yes. Okay. So, because he basically gave you all the facts, this that you guys roll and shoot that, and then he's like, I hope that was okay.
No, it was phenomenal.
It's good. Everything.
You're a natural in front of the camera.
Yep.
Oh, thank you.
Good, yeah.
Audio was good.
Well, I must go and have lunch with my wife, or she will get angry that we missed our set time.
Have a good meal.
Dev, during that time, you probably joined them maybe in the back, I guess, because you wouldn't have taken all that long to pay the bill. So, yeah. So
Well, what I did is I just sat down and forgave myself a 5-minute rest.
So yeah, you guys are back in the pub, in the main part of the pub. A few people have drifted away, and some more have come in. But yeah.
Shall we go, gents? Did you get what you need?
Yep. That's productive. You want to see Long Mag and maybe do a circuit outside the village, and then we'll.
It's about 3:30 now, so I think we're fine.
Great. Yes. Good light. Good light. It's good light, I'm assuming.
It is good light, yeah.
Okay. Good. Yeah, it's good light.
Very good light.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. You go outside, and as you go outside, you're kind of hit by there's loads of butterflies, like loads.
It's kind of magical.
The pink ones, or is there a variety of other types?
They're all just pink.
Usual. I got to take some pictures of these.
We should try to identify the species
There.
if we can catch one.
As I take a picture of the thickest clusters, I'm looking down at the camera. Are they good shots? Any of the video good on them?
Yeah, they're good shots. They're all good. All of them are good, yeah.
Okay.
Man.
See if I can identify them on the internet.
Yeah, they think they'd advertise these butterflies. I mean, people travel far to see this much stuff.
So, Dev, looking on the internet for species, you'll come across the pink spotted cattle heart butterfly.
Pink spotted cattle heart?
Yeah.
Cool. The pink spotted cattle heart.
Evocative.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think pink butterflies are very common. They're very common.
Usually there's spots occasionally,
yeah.
But these are, considering that's what you could find, they're more than just spots. A lot of them, some of them are of like pure pink winged.
Damnedest thing. I mean, yeah, I think they probably would. The tourist industry would shift to these butterflies if it was a regular phenomenon, but Hume said it was odd this year.
Yeah.
That usually they're in a more reasonable season. Damn strange.
So, as you are all stood there, the door to the Garrett's residence is open, and there's a very, very frail man stood in the doorway, barely clothed, just staring into the butterflies.
Oh, wow.
There's the Mr. Garrett.
Mr. Garrett?
Yeah, well, I mean, who else could be that old at that house?
Excuse me, sir. Are you okay?
Free. I'm free. Obviously says it in more of a frail voice, but
right, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, you're in the United Kingdom, you're free, but are you implying that you're trapped normally?
Trapped. Trapped in a world of beauty. I am a butterfly.
Okay.
Beautiful. It's beautiful, isn't it?
They are pretty. Very unusual. So many of them. It's very unusual for here, I would say.
It's all beautiful. Butterflies.
Yes.
What kind of butterfly are they?
The butterflies.
Yes, the butterflies. They're species of butterfly.
Some maybe pink spotted butterflies, but butterflies. I just call them the butterfly. They're my favorite. They're the only ones I think. The butterfly is with us all, forever.
What is your name, sir?
Beautiful. Garrett. He doesn't give a first name. Just Garrett's last name, from what you gather, but he didn't give a first name.
May we buy you a drink or a wonderful lunch?
I do not drink where the crows lie. I eat and sleep where the butterflies flourish.
Oh. Okay. You don't get along with the crows then?
The crows are evil. The butterflies, they eat them. Eat the butterflies.
The crows
The
eat
crows
the butterflies?
eat the butterflies.
Spit them out into the acid within the lake.
There's acid in the lake. My goodness.
Old man. Come on, guys. Stop screwing with him. He needs to go back inside. He's naked.
But he's got an interesting story here, Dev. I mean, this
Look,
might be good
Mary-
for our side show.
You think he's in any condition to look over and sign legal documents? Talking about acid in the lake. What are we really going to get from this guy?
It would be a
He
good
thinks he's
story.
the butterfly.
Yeah.
Mr. Garrett, Mary took Humes to Windermere.
Yes, Mary took the knights to Windermere, yes.
Sorry?
The knights.
The knights, Arthur's knights.
No. The knight who protects us.
Protects you.
Yes.
What does he protect you from?
Butterflies are calling. I must go back to my slumber.
Oh,
Yeah, sweet dreams.
yeah.
And because the door stays open, you notice that he kind of goes on all fours and crawls into his house.
May the peace of the butterfly be with you.
Wow.
I mean, if he's calling Hume a knight, I mean, the only thing Hume's going to protect you from is being comfortable.
Yeah. He'll make sure that pack of cigarettes doesn't attack you as he smokes them down.
Mary's herbs and spices. Concerned about what she's doling out.
Yeah. She can giving him some mushrooms or something.
Or
You
some
get Jodorowsky to make this movie.
Yeah.
Psychedelic.
So,
Yeah.
where are you guys going? Obviously, Hume's marked where his house is, and he marked on. He told you where the site of the remains were found, and he also told you where to go to see Longmeg. So,
well, let's go to the remains, or the site where the remains were found.
Mm-hmm.
Then go to Longmeg, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Is Garrett's house that we're near? We saw him go in. Is that near the lake? Is it right on the lake, or is it far?
well, so the pub and Garrett's are at the end of the road. So yeah, they are the closest to the lake.
Okay. Well, I mean, leaving plenty of room for respect and not prying into the house, but can I sort of go around the house to see this? Does it seem like there's a large cluster of these butterflies hanging out there at all? Or
There are more butterflies than around his house, but not in that giant cluster you saw.
but still an odd high number, particularly there though.
Yeah.
That is peculiar. Yeah, I take more pictures of it. This is odd.
And looking them up online, it looks like there's quite a variation in the number of spots and the distribution, and some of them are very dark, almost black with pink. Some of them are lighter pinkish brown with pink. So
I wonder if they're clustering. Wonder if they're clustering around people's homes and areas. Maybe they have, like you have bird feeders. I wonder if they have like something something to attract the butterflies, like some sugar water, nectar water. I wonder if there's some sort of source of that here that might attract them.
Most likely it's going to be the end of mating season. So
yeah,
they'll be dead in a month or so.
So something has actually reminded me, seeing David's cat just now. There are no, especially in older villages, you'd expect some to have pets, but you've heard no dogs, no domesticated dogs. You've seen no cats walking around. No pets.
What about birds?
No, not really. Just you obviously see the occasional one fly over, but not in and around. It's just butterflies.
Yeah, especially working farms, you'd expect there to be barn cats and that sort of thing.
Yeah, and when there's a large amount of butterflies, some cats like to,
chase them, batting around.
Yeah.
And there's nothing obviously in flower, like some late season bloom that would attract a large colony like this.
Sorry, I just read that bit. So yeah, no, there's no out of place flower or nothing unusual. It's but yeah.
All right then. Back to the bungalows. We probably have an SUV or something.
Wait, are we going to see the long Meg?
Yeah, that's a drive. That's nuts.
Oh, that's a couple of kilometers. All right.
It's a drive.
All right.
But the remains were found close by, weren't they?
The remains are just outside of town and then Long Meg past. But they're drive.
Yeah, they're along the way, so we might as well get the vehicle that way.
Yeah. And we can get some good shots there. Maybe, yeah.
All right.
So you're going up, obviously, to your bungalow to get to your vehicle. Who would get to see it first, the bungalow first? Out of the five of you, who you think would see
I'm
it?
probably not paying attention.
All of us simultaneously?
I move 8. So.
No, I'm looking at my thing.
Yeah, I'm looking through the pictures, making sure everything.
So I guess I would be, or
okay, Jeff and Todd can do a spot hidden. We can say
30 is a hard success,
as opposed to 88, which is bitey.
Okay, so Jeff, everyone else is preoccupied walking up to the vehicle, but you notice that because on the bungalow there's a slidey door. Obviously you close it, but it's open.
Ah, God!
And
if we lock up the equipment, somebody's been inside.
When you look just through, because you can see straight through, there seems to be a small figure, just running off around the corner in the bungalow.
I'm running after them. I think that they're
the hell.
Oh, Jeff. Jeff, where are you going?
It's very wet. That's where you start noticing these wet footprints, and you go in, and the carpets are wet with these.
What the fuck?
I'll chase after Jeff.
Did they take anything?
Doesn't appear from where you are, but from what you saw, you went round the corner towards where the bedrooms are, I guess.
No, that's where I'm going.
Jeff, wait up. What are you doing?
There's somebody in here.
What?
No, not my lenses. Oh, they're
careful.
expensive.
Okay, so the first thing you see as you go around that corner is on all the doors, bedroom doors, there are giant butterflies drawn on them in what seems to be red paint, maybe.
Like, and they weren't there before?
They were not there before.
Reach up and
I'm calling the management.
touch it.
You touch it, and it's not paint. You are.
Does it taste like paint?
I'm not tasting it. What? It's gonna be COVID blood or something.
And does it smell coppery or like metallic? Irony?
Yeah. You get that little tinge.
Oh God.
Where is? I mean, I'm.
Well, because isn't that the guy with Mr. Fumes? Wasn't he here, or was he
was
just
just giving us a tour?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, but where's the person who went into the bedrooms?
You don't get what form of management? Are you bringing your management or?
I tell whoever's in charge of these bungalows.
Yeah, we rented this place from
Wrong.
somebody.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, yeah, you ring and you will get someone pick up.
Yeah, we've had a break-in.
Hello, a break-in.
Yes, somebody broke into our rooms. We were literally gone for what, half an hour.
What? Anything missing?
We don't know yet. We're gonna have to go through everything, but they've vandalized. They've painted on the walls.
There's damage to the floors. There's paint. Yeah.
The damage to
not
the
responsible
floors.
for any of it.
It's bad for business. I can't leave Mary. You hear him just muttering, and so yeah, I'll be on my way.
Is this Scott?
Who is this?
Is that Scott?
Yes, it'd be Scott. Yeah, for the bungalows. Yeah.
Oh, the guy that's
The only person under menopause in town.
How is Mr. Humes?
Yeah, he's as stable as he can be. I think he's got some tumor. I think. I don't really understand.
Okay. We'll get back when you can. We'll check and see if anything's missing.
Okay.
Click.
As the phone call's going on, I'm following Jeffrey to see who's there.
yeah. I'll go ahead and
To like
open the door. Yeah.
for time purposes, as you like check all the bedrooms, you see more of these like little drawn butterflies, and like the floor is completely wet as well, almost like small flood in each rooms, and there are some of your equipment's broken, some of your personal stuff's broken.
Ugh.
So I've got a running list of damaged items.
Yeah, they should have insurance at this place.
Well, we do, except that now, I mean, we got to get new equipment here.
Mhm.
Timing.
So much
We're
for
going to have to
sleep.
talk to the police in Windermere anyway. So now we've got a very suitable introduction since they have to do an investigation here.
I'll call them.
Does the damp on the floor, you said there were wet footprints?
Going into the bungalow, there was wet footprints, but then when you get in the rooms, it's almost like someone's just flooded your
Puddles.
floors.
Right.
Yeah,
And the footprints were what size?
child size.
Child size.
Yeah, police, we need you to get over here. Thank you. I mean, it was a longer conversation.
Yeah, of course.
Child size footprints, huh?
So I'm quickly doing a complete inventory and what's been broken, what's been stolen. Has
Glad
anything actually been stolen or just broken?
Just broken. Nothing appears stolen.
It looks like vandalism.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call my boss.
Okay.
I'm gonna check the closet, look under the bed and everything.
Make sure you tell them that I'm on top of it.
Okay,
Right
so
there with Ethan.
I'll come to Aaron and Ethan in a second. We'll go to Jeffrey's phone call.
Look, listen, they broke and they vandalized the whole place. They've broken our equipment. This is gonna put us behind schedule.
How do you let that happen?
No,
What do you mean?
it won't.
How did I let it happen? The place was locked. I can't prevent people from breaking in here.
Oh,
this is supposed to be. There's supposed to be nobody around here. This is what you said. We're going to do it outside of tourist season. You're the one who put us here at this time, and now there's like.
I know, but you know what funds are like.
No, I know what funds are like. We're on schedule. We won't miss the schedule.
Yeah, you've got no choice. We got to set schedule. Oh, just do your best. That's all I can ask for. Fuck. And he hangs up on you.
So I'm purchasing new equipment to replace that equipment that's going to be shipped out here. Be here in like 5 days.
I mean, we could consider. Oh, so I'm going to look at the door that we left locked. Is the door jamb broken? Is the lock broken?
Okay. Before I do that, I'm just going to quick go to Aaron and Ethan because they were mentioning they were checking closets and the beds. You two can do me spot hidden.
Come on, Dave.
I'll do spot hidden. I love my spot hidden. Okay, Aaron, you passed.
I'm trying to think of how I could push it because I rolled a 98. I'm gonna push it by actually kind of like kind of sticking my hand under the bed, running it along the slats, and
flicking a little bit of the decorations off the walls.
Yeah, those are very salty.
Realizing that you're holding the kid in your hands.
No. Oh no.
I hate these dice.
Okay. So yeah, you feel something sharp, maybe like something loose from under the bed. They just cut into your finger, so you're bleeding a little bit.
Fuck.
Ethan.
So Aaron, you're checking one of the closets, and there's some old clothes, clothes that people left behind and stuff. And you start looking, and when you look, there's butterflies in the top of this closet, just at the top of it. When you look up, there's butterflies.
I shoo them away.
And you feel something run past you.
Whoa.
But you don't see anything, but you feel it.
Was it like child size, something smaller, or something massive?
Something small enough to like go under your arm without like catching.
Got it. Well, so I spin around and like, who was that? I'm looking around. I think there's a kid in here.
No, kid? There's no kids around.
Oh, there's butterflies all over the closet. I just felt a kid brush by me, and maybe it was some of the butterflies coming out. And
Varmy, did you bring the first aid kit? I cut my finger pretty bad.
Oh, of course. I've got Band-Aids, Bactine.
Oh.
Here.
Okay. Ow.
So I think I've got most of your replacement equipment ordered. 5 to 7 days. That's still before the crew gets here. I'm contacting the insurance to put in a claim. Guys, if we can get photographs of anything that's broken, all the damage and so forth.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That would be a big help.
Deb.
Todd, you are at the door. What were you doing at that door? Obviously, you could. The bungalow's not like massive, so you can speak freely throughout the bungalow to each other. So, what were you doing at the door again? You were just checking.
I wanted to see how the lock was breached. Is it mechanism broken? Is the door jamb injured?
It's what's bizarre. The lock's not breached per se. However, when you mention jamming, you do notice when you look in the lock, there's something sticking out.
Of where the lock should fit in.
Yeah, and looking closer,
like a little pen pry.
Yeah, you can pry it out, and you like on the tip of your pen, you bring out a wing.
So we've been breached by butterflies. This place is real screwy. They're hiding children. They're hiding damp children, and they're breeding mutant insects. We might have to really rethink our project.
Yeah, this is. If anything, we need to find a room somewhere in what is it, Windermere proper? Maybe
we should move to Windermere. Yeah, I don't much care for the idea of moving into the Cock and Bull pub, into the Suicide Suites. And it's only a 20-minute drive. Yeah, let's. I'll start looking for an available place in Windermere. We'll be closer to the police there.
I'll just give the word. I can do that for you.
On locations. We'll both have to deal with them eventually anyway.
We could. So let's just look on the bright side. We brought a microphone, we brought a camera, so we can still get some work done while we wait for the other equipment to get here. And
we can press on and make this work. Heck, we've done.
How long till the officers get here, Barba? Did they give you an estimate?
Actually, the Windermere, it's not that far.
It's not
20 minutes. Yeah, it's not a high priority. It's not an emergency, but over here.
It might be a bit. You might estimate it might be a bit longer, just because of.
Also, Mr. I guess Mr. Humans is okay. They're there for a bit, but then they're going to come back. They're in charge of this place. So.
Oh joy!
Well, great. You can cough up a few more butterflies to go with our new decor.
I'll check out the closet again just to see are they still there? Are they massing, or are they just kind of gone?
They're still there. There's a little less than they were, but they're still there.
Like a dozen or something.
Yeah.
We'll walk out onto the lanai or the porch or whatever is on the bungalow and look out over the lake. So just kind of.
Okay, so you're on the porch. You're looking out over the lake. You can actually see your vehicle. Your vehicle is covered in butterflies. Swarmed in butterflies.
Now, are the butterflies swarming? Because I know at the lakes here in the Midwest, the bugs will swarm on buildings that are a certain color. Are the butterflies swarming? Are they the things they're swarming on? Are they the same color? No.
No. Nope.
The hell?
Don't the monarch butterflies in the United States and California cover the trees like in blankets of butterflies?
Yeah, I think
maybe it's just their mating season.
So
is there like a stick or something?
Oh yeah, on the floor. There might even
a small little stone. A little frustrated, so I'm gonna start shooing them away from the car.
As you shoo them away, they latch onto your stick and start coming up your stick, basically.
Damn it, things! Get off!
Yank the stick out of your hand and start beating you.
and they keep coming up. So now they're on your hand. So you got butterflies on your hand. And you're shooing them away, but they're sticking, and they're getting further up your arm.
Are there fly swatters?
I don't care if I hurt them.
Yeah, you can brush them off, but they're coming up that stick still. But yeah, well, they won't come forever because you moved the stick away. So brushing them off, you'll get them off you. But yeah, they're stuck to your car.
Okay, well. Is the car close enough to the bungalow? Is there like a hose out front of the bungalow? Can we hose the car down basically?
You can do me a look roll because I didn't.
All right, here we go.
So you can do me a
look. I'm on it. 84 out of 45.
No, I was gonna say you.
Very.
There's a hose, but all that comes out of it are more butterflies.
There's a bucket.
Do you have the keys to the truck? I want to see if we can even start the damn thing, or if the tailpipe is, chock full of butterflies. Thank you.
I don't know if it means anything, but either Wikipedia is wrong, but Wikipedia says those butterflies should be in Mexico.
Well, I mean,
Mexico to Costa Rica, it says.
Maybe they migrated.
Well, Mexico, Costa Rica, and apparently on our goddamn car.
Yeah.
Well, it shouldn't be over here in England.
Migrations happen
Across the ocean? No.
Maybe we misid them.
But it's
I'd be happy
possible
to
that
trade
there's
places
millions
with
of varieties.
Yeah.
And go to Costa Rica.
As I said, that's the most they look similar to. Because most of these that you're seeing are like bright pink rather than.
I mean, maybe we should throw all the butterflies anyway. We should just have filmed something in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good to me.
And no kids get killed in Costa Rica.
So I'm going to try to open the truck door, killing as few of them as possible.
You open the truck door and they kind of you notice there's some in your vehicle as well. So.
How the hell do they get inside?
Oh, they can crawl up through the air vent.
And anyone looking around, they're all around the exhaust and underneath your vehicle.
Yeah, then stick the key in and start it up and see if it will start.
It doesn't even start.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. If I open the hood or the bonnet,
Just butterflies.
just butterflies inside
Just butterflies.
Okay, so
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm about ready to go back to the pub and just
have a drink.
get a police escort back to Windermere and say to hell with this town.
I'm with you, Todd. This project is
Come on.
Unfortunately,
expensive and damages than it's worth.
Unfortunately, there's still an awful lot of money that's already been invested in this, so we're staying. Just, I could get some industrial sized fly swatters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's good. We each get some newspaper, roll it up, and just start swatting them. In 10 minutes, we'll get them all, and it'll be all done.
All right.
The engine of the truck, though. I mean, if every surface is coated with a thick smear of dead butterfly, it's going to be pretty hard to get any work done.
Let's just hose it off.
Yeah, step 1, kill them. Step 2, clean it. It's a pain in the ass, but we'll spend a day doing this. Let's just get started.
Oh, just leave it alone. I mean, we can. The police are coming. Once they're here, we can just go down and get filming at the site where they found the little girl, and like Dev was saying, once they're done humping, they're going to start dropping off dead.
Well, they'll definitely drop off, and the butterflies don't fly at night, from what I understand. So
yeah,
but they've got a moth problem too.
Yeah.
I give you 2 to 1. The police are going to show up, and they'll have pink wings.
It's going to be a butterfly with a little constable's hat.
Take us off to butterfly jail. Nonsense.
Did anybody piss off a fairy?
Piss off a fairy?
You can't piss something off that doesn't exist.
Yeah, that sounded like a real foul statement anyway. But
yeah, I knew what you meant, but because there is rumors of fairies around here.
We got standing stones. We got lots of butterflies.
Mm-hmm.
So all of a sudden outside, you see a young lad on a push bike. He's come up this way, and it's Scott.
Jesus, Scott.
Whew.
The police will be here in a second.
Sure, I have a butterfly problem here. Look at this, all over our car.
He just says fuck, fuck, fuck. He just keeps saying over and over
We're
again.
at a real loss as to how, in our brief trip into the village center, somebody broke into our home, filled it with butterflies, painted butterflies in blood on the doors, and then convinced of, I don't know, 15 or 20,000 of the damn things to lodge themselves in our vehicle.
Scott, what do you know about butterflies?
Were you saying that to Scott?
Yeah, Scott.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Sorry. He's saying fuck under as well. What do you mean?
Memory's a little slow.
What do you know about butterflies?
I know they're not like this. Not when Humes is around. Fuck.
Does Humes somehow keep the butterflies away?
Humes is a good man. He seems agitated, and he's I need to go to his house, and he gets on his bike and just rides off.
Oh, he was worthless.
So I'm getting that they're putting together some kind of weird narrative where Humes is protecting the village from the crows, and something is happening now that he's sick, that the butterflies are multiplying like crazy.
No,
I mean,
it's Garrett who doesn't like the crows. Humes is all right with the crows.
Oh,
They're
Sir Martin and Arthur? Or Sir Humes? Because he's a knight.
or
according to
Garrett.
the crazy old man.
They're perpetrating a crazy story. I bet you they came out here, sprayed our car with some sort of syrup to attract them.
Kind of pheromone.
Pheromones.
Yeah, then they went in, drew their little pictures in our place, trying to build up a story. So they know we're here for a story, and they probably want to use us to publicize their town. They're going to make tons of money in tourism from this. That's what this is about.
People coming up to see the butterflies.
Exactly. So I'm going back to the room, getting a newspaper. I'm going to start getting these butterflies off the car.
Your arm's going to be worn out, but
One
No
SWAT
Sir Humes, no Sir Martin in the round table that I can find. How about, is there must be a mop and bucket in the house, in the bungalow.
Yeah, very
Sure.
So I'm going to fill a bucket and start washing the moths off the truck with that.
Yeah, I said with a lot of like effort, it will take a while, but you can get them all. You can get them all off.
There's probably a hose right there. You can just.
He looked for a hose and didn't find one.
There wasn't.
Keep in mind, this village is a little less than modern.
mm-hmm.
I was surprised there was a ceiling fan for the detective to hang himself with, honestly. So if several trips of 5 gallons of water wash the butterflies off the truck, can I get the truck to start?
It'll start, but it'll be very like you won't be able to get like full speed on it. It's going to be for some reason it's just playing up. You'll also all notice that the signal on your phones have all like dropped.
Have the police shown up?
No, you haven't even heard sirens.
Oh, I wouldn't expect to hear sirens. I didn't say there was a fire.
You haven't even. The sky's getting darker now, and it's like not even late really.
They just bought that bike off of Scott and pedaled in down.
It looks like it's going to rain.
Scott needs to let us into some new bungalows.
Oh, good. If it's going to rain, that should clear up the car. So that's step one.
Yeah, the motor sounds terrible, though.
Well, I can take a look at it. I'm pretty good repairing things.
I would love to get to Windermere before the storm comes in.
I'll kind of look at the engine.
And I'll help. I'm a skilled mechanic, apparently.
Yeah, anyone, either of you can do a mechanical.
Come on, these dice haven't let me down all night, so you know.
Oh, jeez. What did you do? Keith, I rolled a 98 now.
Yeah, I think this hose. Oh, shit.
You both made it worse. The car won't start at all now.
I'm coughing up a butterfly.
I told you not to drink that water.
Todd, what's the expense of the new places in Windermere? I mean, we're still on a budget.
You'll, because it's off season, you'll be able to get somewhere quite cheap because.
Right, but we have to pay for these?
No, you're not going to pay for these. Are you kidding?
Actually, already paid for these. But.
I was in the process of booking the place in Windermere when I lost signal.
So you'd have to go there. Your car's screwed as well.
On foot? We're going on foot?
I mean, it's a couple of hours, right?
It's a 20-minute drive. That's a pretty good hike.
That's like a 2.
I mean, why don't we just stay at the pub? You know, like.
Well, we don't even know if they've got room at the pub.
We saw
the rooms
empty
are
rooms.
empty.
Oh,
Empty
that's
rooms.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, the suicide.
Suicide rooms.
I'll take the one where the guy slit his wrist. You know, if you guys are worried about that, you know. So
you guys are gonna head towards the pub, yeah?
Yeah.
So on your way,
I've got to stay and wait for the police.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'll
the rest.
join you later.
Oh, what is anyone staying with Dev?
I'll stay with you, Deb. I don't want you to leave.
You don't have to. You make yourself comfortable.
It's okay. It's beautiful. Even though there's butterflies, I'll take pictures.
Okay, you two are walking. You can see the road anyway, so you can see the other three as they're walking towards the pub. And then, as you two are on a higher ground, you three will see it because it will whiz past you. The police car goes straight past down the road. It almost hits the three of you because it's going really quick.
Damn it.
Watch where you're going.
I think they'd
Going
be
away from us?
Yeah, just going straight down that road. It appears to be going down the left.
I gave them the right address, didn't I?
As you two, because there's a slight hill because it bends, so the other three will have harder times. You two, as you're higher up at the bungalow, you two can do me a spot hidden as you two will.
Sure. Watch this. Oh my gosh, what's going on here? 85. No, complete mess.
Oh, 76. That's a complete. Well, let's see. I'll spend 11 points of luck to pass.
That's good. No, that's fine. Okay, so yeah, you'll see the police car. It's going. And in the distance, you can see some of the houses. And obviously, going by Martin's description, his house, like one of the close ones. And you see the police car. It seemingly goes straight into the building.
What the hell?
Just crashes straight into the building.
And this is, where is it crashing into a building?
In the distance. So it's not that far away, but you see it supposedly crash into our building.
Shit.
Do we hear a crash?
You three, you're on the ground and it's, you do me a listen, bro.
Come on.
Let's go in.
Oh, yeah. Extreme on that. I can hear like a mother.
47 is a regular success. I can hear like in the letter M. I don't know.
Not a thing. Butterflies in my ears.
Well, if you fail, you might hear a hint because it's out in the middle of nowhere technically. So you might hear a little noise, but the other two, you'll hear.
What in the hell?
Whole place has lost their goddamn mind.
We got to see if we can help them out. The police might be injured in that car.
Is there a payphone so we can call a cab to get us?
There's no cabs here. Let's just run down the street and see what happened.
Yeah.
I'll put a bet of $5 on the fact that the whole police car is full of butterflies.
God.
All flapping in his
Cops
eyeball.
don't catch. Cops don't crash.
Crazy.
Mm.
All right. So head over there, double time, do a light jog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'll all get there. Technically, you'll reach each other because you guys are higher, so you'll go down a different way. You'll get there similar. You get to the police car, and there's no well, there are butterflies around, but there's none in the police car. Instead, there are two skeletons in the police car.
Skeletons. Oh my God. Like where they would be driving, like one in the driver's seat?
Yes, for driver's seat.
Are these skeletons with still like moist meat on it, or
no,
just like
completely?
Is this a sand shack?
It is a sand shack.
That's kind of disturbing. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, big fail.
63 is a fail.
Ass.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pass. Fail.
2.
Okay, if you
Best
pass,
roll of the game.
if you pass a D4, if you fail a D8.
Wow.
These are some really spooky skeletons.
Well, this
I
is
think that it's a shame that they.
Uh-oh.
I lost 2 points.
That we
Me
should
too.
check their badges and make sure they're like legitimately policemen.
Yeah, they're probably-
I failed. I got a 7 points.
Okay, can you do me an? Okay, can you both do me an imp roll? Because with this, there's something different other than the normal. So just,
intelligence. Where am I?
Oh yeah, he had a hard on intelligence.
Yeah.
Fifth.
You know what this is?
And good. Complete failure.
The butterflies
Okay,
ate
sorry.
the people.
So, Dev, the thing that you get from this is you kind of start having a coughing fit. And you feel something enter your mouth, but you don't. No one sees anything enter, but you feel something enter.
My God. I
And
think
you're gonna be in that coughing fit.
right.
When he starts coughing, go over and like, you got something stuck in your throat? You need the Heimlich or?
It's a butterfly.
I'll kind of like, I'll probably do what you kind of pat him on the back for a bit, and if it's not helping, then I'll get behind him and
Need some water.
oh, I got some of that bottled water I got from Fumes.
All right.
Yeah. Gives you the water, you down it. The coughing sensation disappears, but all of you will notice a little droplet of blood in the bottle, but it's not big. Just a tiny drop.
Yeah.
Get
Okay,
the
so
fuck out of here.
talking like this, yeah, let's go to the pub, get a phone, and I don't know, call somebody.
Carnivorous
Go try
butterflies.
So, as you buy the house, because you buy that car, and you hear a scream coming from inside the house.
If I have a presence of mind, I will run into it.
And as you run to that door, you'll see that there's a bike by the front door, just like dropped on there. So
Is it
You'll run-
Scott's bike?
you would assume so, yeah.
Scott! Great, Scott!
He left us a way to get out of here.
Yeah. Is it a tandem?
So, Aaron, you enter. Is anyone following Aaron?
To
or
the
is
front
it-
door. Scott!
Yeah, I'll follow it.
Ah!
Yeah.
Okay, so anyone following Aaron, you go in first. So as you go in, you're going to where you heard the screams. You hear like a faint scream, like a final scream coming from upstairs. You go upstairs, and there's a big bedroom upstairs. And in the center of that bedroom, standing up, is just a skeleton, a fully stripped skeleton.
Yeah!
There's skeletons all over this goddamn village.
Is it sand or no sand?
That's a sand because this is standing up like it.
Yeah.
Oh, God, 96. I am totally losing these sands.
0-1.
That's another intelligence.
You just rolled D8 for me.
D8.
There's a D8 on the intelligence. Yeah.
Intelligence. Okay. Ooh,
See
it's
how much
an 8.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ow.
Because you rolled your intelligence first. Yeah, you passed your intelligence. You passed the intelligence, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not good. You get that same choking sensation that Dev had, and everyone else who follows after Aaron, the room is swarming in butterflies around the skeleton.
Fucking butterflies.
Yeah. Now I'm taking the bike. It's time to get
just getting out of the bike.
Yeah, there was an interesting moment when Jeff and I were looking at the bike at each other, and he was a little faster, the bastard.
So Jeff just rides up on the bike. Okay, we're leaving the other 4. We'll come back to Jeff in a second on his bike ride.
So
help you, bastard!
So is Aaron in the room with all the butterflies?
Aaron is in the room with the butterflies.
Oh,
I also need Aaron to do a dodge roll for me.
I'm going to go in and try and grab him.
Is it with a Bane dice?
Yeah, it is, because you are currently
gagging.
Having a fit.
Yeah, that whole fit thing kind of sucks. Okay, here we go. So that's a 20 out of 40. But now here comes my 50 out of 40. Nope. Okay, it's time. Luck. I'll 10 luck to make it pass.
Yeah, why not? It's a one shot. Why not? Yeah. Cool. Yeah, you managed to. You don't know what you're dodging really, but these butterflies are getting closer to you, and you're kind of just squirming so much that they can't latch onto you.
I see him kind of dance around. I'm going to think it, and I heard him coughing. I'm going to try and go in there and grab him by the back of his shirt and pull him out.
Okay. Do me a strength roll for me.
All right. It is a regular.
Okay. Yeah, you pull him out. Can you do me a dex roll as well? Because there's more.
Me or
no, Ethan, because he's pulling you out. You'll be fine. I just want to see if
that's the regular also.
Okay. Yeah. You won't. The butterflies try to get to your arm, but you pull him out, and yeah, you're both out of the room. Dev, where are you currently? Are you downstairs with Todd, or?
I think I'm freaking out. I'm going to, if I see Jeff ride off on a bicycle, I'm just running after him.
Okay. Dev and Jeff Jeff's on his bike. Dev's running after Jeff. Todd, what are you doing?
I'm gonna wait here for a couple of minutes to see who comes out of the house, because there's no reason to run after the bicycle. But I'm gonna give them like 5 minutes before I just go to the tavern and book 2 rooms and hope that somebody shows up, and maybe I'll have a phone signal there.
Okay.
But I'm going to wait a few minutes first, but I'm not investigating unless somebody says, help, very distinctly.
Okay, so Aaron and Ethan, you're upstairs, but the butterflies are now you're on the stairs, but the butterflies are blocking the staircase as well. They've kind of come in.
And we're on we're in England, so we're on the first floor?
Yeah, you're on the first floor, yeah.
Okay. So that's about a 10. Is there a window we could jump out?
Oh yeah, there are windows. Yeah.
With 14 sand loss, am I in my right minds to make decisions, or
you're too busy coughing still?
I'm just.
Oh.
You might even notice a bit of blood on your.
I wouldn't worry about that.
All right. Come on, let's go for the window. These flipping butterflies. I never thought I'd say that's a statement.
Okay. Yeah, you the closer window is through there's an open door and you see a window and there doesn't seem to be any butterflies in that direction. So you go towards there.
Mm-hmm.
You enter a room that appears to be like a study, but you're so focused on getting to the on that window, you get to the window.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it opens.
Throw it open. And
as are you both just gonna drop out the window? It's not that.
it's about 10 foot, but if you hang,
if we kind of if I have presence of mind in between choking.
And Aaron goes first so I can land on him, to break my fall.
Yeah, maybe if you hit my stomach, maybe I'll cough all the butterflies.
Yeah. As you're each going out, you notice there are some butterflies hanging around you. So I wouldn't, normally from that height, I'd be fine just you dropping, but I want you to do dex or something.
Okay.
6.
It's a regular. This one.
Yeah, you two do not care about these butterflies. You get down.
Strange.
Okay, so yeah, Todd, you'll hear like 2 thuds.
Yeah. I'm not even going to ask. Should we go to the tavern? Jeff stole Scott's bike, and I think you can. Yeah.
Scott's dead.
Dev just around the corner. He's not. Hasn't been practicing for the marathon.
Mr. Jeff. You're just cycling for dear life at this point. So,
yeah.
So this will have to be as a disadvantage, I guess, because you're probably more focused on cycling. So a figure is going to be in your way. Can you do me a dodge roll? Because I'm not going to do a drive roll.
Okay, well, 16 is a good start. You said with the penalty die?
With a penalty, yeah.
36. I'm going to spend 6 points of luck.
Yep, that's fine with me. Yep, cool. Yeah, you managed to dodge out the way of this old naked man who was in your way. Dodge out the way. You feel like you're about to slip off, but you keep going. And there's just butterflies slightly around you, but you're too focused on cycling. Dev, you're obviously running, and Jeff's gone at a stupendous pace out of sheer adrenaline. So yeah, you're running. There are butterflies around you.
I'm running.
You are doing it. And yeah, you keep running. I'm running. And Jeff, you're fine, Deb. There's small butterflies around you. I will get you to roll in a second, but I'm going to quickly go to Jeff because of the time. Jeff, I need you to do me another dodge roll on your wonderful bike because, I don't want you escaping.
34. 34. 4 points of luck.
Okay, this time you actually brake. You managed to brake because a car swerves in front of you. And there's another skeleton in the car.
Just keep pedaling.
You just get around and pedal. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So Dev, you start running. At this point, you'll get to the point where you see an old man in the middle of the road, an old naked man.
Okay.
In the middle of the road. You do want to cough as well. Yeah, it's Garrett. Because you're getting a better look than Jeff did. It's definitely Garrett. You are still getting that tickly cough feeling.
Can I have pulled something out at least to keep anything from slipping into my mouth?
Oh, yeah.
Bugs. What's he doing? Just standing there?
He's standing there, and now that he's seeing you there, and he's just staring at you. with his arms up, and there's butterflies around him. Some are like on his fingers as well.
What the hell is going on?
The butterfly, isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? Embrace the butterfly. You've already got its kiss. Embrace it.
That's okay. And I'm going to just run past him and
Okay.
keep going. And hopefully I find that car that person was driving and yank the skeleton out.
I should go to run past him because your body, you're not stopping, but you're slow because you hear this crunch of like bones. And as a quick glance as you're walking, it hit the back of him's like peeling, and you notice something's coming through his back. Obviously, this is you running past, and you're just seeing it in the side. You can see this blood.
Pictures. Yeah.
You could do me a sad roll.
Well, where did my son go? I think this is a fail, but Sam. Yeah, that's a fail.
Okay, it's a fail. So I'm not gonna do a sand loss at the minute. I take four. I'll do it as take 4. But you stay like you freeze as you're taking the photo, so you kind of get stuck taking the photo.
I'm taking video, baby.
Okay, your video, and yeah, you're just seeing these 2 giant butterfly wings come out of this old, frail man, and then these little things start to come out of his forehead, and his face starts to shrivel inwards, and his bones start to, you hear him crack, and they start to go into a slender frame, and now he's just this giant mangled flesh butterfly. It looks awful because the wings are made out of his flesh, and it's just there.
Post.
Well, it will go once your phone gets into signal range. It'll post. So it hasn't posted at the moment. It's like you just hear this. Embrace the butterfly.
Yeah, fuck that. And I'm just turning this off, and I'm turning around and running. Post.
Do me a dog draw. Or a dex roll. Dogs or dex. And finally.
Oh. When you look down and you see a couple of zeros and you think, oh, I'm going to pass. And then you see a third 0.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh, fuck. Okay. Yeah, so you're running and you think you're fine. And then you feel like you start raising up.
Uh-oh.
And now you find yourself off the ground and your legs are trying to move.
I'm going to try to whack it with
you try to whack it. You got those 3 zeros.
Yeah.
Those 3 wonderful zeros. So it brings you up. If you got like a normal fail, you could have been able to.
Yeah.
It just brings you up to a height and then just drops you. And splat. And Dev is just all over.
On the way down, though, I do try to toss my phone into the soft grass.
Yeah.
It doesn't shatter.
That's fair. Yeah, that will happen.
He files my expense reports.
Do we see that?
You 3, that's a bit further down the road around another bend. So you 3 just got, at that point, you'll have just got to the village.
Mm-hmm.
You are still coughing.
Yeah. And go, we were running toward the pub, right?
Actually, do me spot hiddens, because you're at the thing, and it went quite high to drop him to make him splat, so you can do me spot hiddens.
Oh, great.
Of course, I passed that one with an extreme.
Yeah, a 3.
No.
All three of you just see this thing fly up, and it just drops something.
Oh, God.
The heck?
Aiming.
Mm-hmm.
And
Human size.
going by your extremes, it's human for sure, whatever it dropped.
Oh, I can't afford to lose any more sand.
Sanity rolls.
That's a sanity roll.
You
got
saw the
extremes,
clipboard
okay.
falling as well,
Yeah.
so you know who it was.
And the scream stopped very abruptly.
Yeah. Failed my sanity.
Me too.
You failed again.
Yeah.
It's far, but you got okay. You do me a D10 for me, please.
Jeez. Yeah, failed again.
Fiver.
2. I'm really cold.
Nice.
They're cold.
Yeah, just do me an intelligence, Ethan. Aaron, do me an intelligence.
6. Wow, gosh, I am next to no sanity left.
I bombed my intelligence on 98. It was terrible.
Oh no, 17 on intelligence.
Someone must have dropped a
17.
dummy.
Yeah,
Okay.
got a hard intelligence.
Kind of a dummy.
Aaron, something in your mind kind of triggers. And you start seeing all these butterflies around you. The other two, you're seeing butterflies, but Aaron's seeing something different. They kind of form a circle around you, and you hear children's laughter. And briefly, these butterflies manifest into children around you in a circle. And they start singing a song as they run around you about embracing the butterfly. And the other two will see you just fall down to your knees. And now you're coughing out blood, similar to Hume's, except they can see all these butterflies. It's not just one like Hume's, it's hundreds of butterflies just keep coming out in the blood. As you're losing more blood than you should be.
Ugh. I think, hell with this place. I'm
Yeah, I don't think the pub is a desirable location. I say we just start walking for Windermere and
Okay. So as you
pick up sticks as we go.
You two obviously still run Aaron and Jonah. Aaron, do me a power roll for me, please.
Okay.
This is most likely with a disadvantage because you are
Ooh,
looking out
a
of it.
2. I rolled. Oh wait, no, that's a D8. Sorry. Oh, can I please? Oh no. Okay. No, it's a 90. Oh, come on. Oh yeah, that's a big fail.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, so the other two. Obviously, I've sped up this. Usually, it's a little bit slower with the transformation, but your back starts breaking. You're basically going to undergo the same transformation as the old man did, and you two will see this giant Aaron butterfly, mangled, fleshy butterfly.
Usually they go into a cocoon first.
Technically, the body is the cocoon.
Yeah, there you go. That's crystal.
That's
So,
true.
Ethan and Todd, do me sanity rolls.
Yeah, I would have passed, but I'd lost some, so that's a fail.
85 was not going to work anyway.
Okay, so a D10 for me.
Oh, 1.
One. Never
I think
liked.
we might be a little broken.
I never liked that guy anyway.
No, it is what it is.
So we link arms, pick up sticks, and start walking toward Windermere.
Okay. Yeah. The Aaron butterfly is floating around you, and then the other butterfly comes around you both and is circling you both above you.
Is there anything like a stick we can pick up?
Oh yeah, there's sticks around.
Yeah. It's that they come within, mutant limb distance of whacking.
I'll throw a stick at it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you can do me some brawl rolls, I guess.
Oh, I'm throwing, right?
Oh, you're throwing. Do me a throw roll.
My throw is better than my brawl.
You're doing a throw, Todd's hitting it with a stick, I guess.
I'll spend 6 luck to make it a hard.
Okay.
Why not? It's only 3 to make mine a hard too.
Roll me some damage, Ethan. We're gonna just class it as melee, so you can use your damage bonus. Why not?
Yeah.
Good old.
Oh, 1d3 plus 1d4, and I rolled a 3 and a 4, so 7 points. Right in the eye.
You get it. You just throw it, and it hits the face of the butterfly, and then it kind of drops down and pierces through one of the wings as it flaps. So we could say it's Aaron fly, as it's has one wing a bit looser than the other.
I managed 3 points of damage as well.
Yeah,
I assumed that I was getting old Garrett, that we were both being assaulted, right?
Maybe old Garrett comes to you and you just whack it, and it goes off to the side.
All right. So Ethan, maybe it's time for a brisker walk toward. We could get there by 10 or something.
I agree. Olympic walk pace.
Okay. So yeah, you two keep going. You're gonna keep getting attacked by these 2 butterflies. So we'll come to that in a second. Jeff, you've made it quite far. Quite far. You're nearly there. Don't worry. You're nearly at Windermere. And you're stopped by a voice. Are you okay?
That's cute. I don't have time to stop. There are murder butterflies behind me.
It was a woman's voice, and she's like, "You look." Okay, she just you keep going, and she's just, if you looked behind you, which you wouldn't, she's just like, what? And yeah, you keep going, and you reach Windermere, and there's a lot of people walking around, even though it's end of tourist season. There's still some tourists here. There's a lot of people around, and you look sweaty. There could be some form of something on you, maybe dirt, or butterflies have been around you briefly. When you get to Windermere, there's no more butterflies on you, so you might have a few little butterfly bites. But yeah, you reach. You basically drop off the bike. And then a police officer comes up to you. Are you okay?
Long bike ride. I just need to lie down for a second.
We need an ambulance. That's all right, guys. And yeah, I guess you probably just pass out of exhaustion because you're just so exhausted. Yeah, you wake up in a hospital. A bit further. Well, I say hospital, it's more like a clinic, more than a big hospital. They just take you to a local clinic. And in the bed next to you is a Martin Humes is in the bed next to you.
You bastard! What the hell is wrong with your town?
It's a long story. You're safe. You're safe with me. I said you're safe with me. And you hear him snore as he falls to sleep.
You bastard.
And we'll go to the other two. Ethan and Todd, you can do me another
Okay.
brawl or throw or whatever, because there's
Keep
rocks
rolling.
all around.
It's only a matter of time until
A
we
rock
fall.
to throw. Yeah. It was time.
Yeah, I don't have enough luck points to make that work. Well, I guess 73. Technically, I have enough luck points, but
Yeah.
Okay, so Ethan, the Aran butterfly hits you with its wing and does 6 points of damage to you as you get winged by this butterfly.
I slept with your wife, you asshole.
Todd, Garrett flies coming towards you, and you take 8 points of damage as it scrapes at your head, trying to scalp you.
And that was half my hit points. You want me to make a con roll to see if
I could do a con roll from you both. Yeah.
you old shit. You.
I failed. I passed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down to 1 point and I failed on top of it. So good night, Irene.
Okay. So yeah, you two just pass out. The last thing you hear when you're passing out is you'll hear some nibbling at you both, but then you'll hear like a crow squawk as well, just a very loud crow squawk, and you two just go in and out of consciousness. And there's a point where you don't see a butterfly eating you, but something else is trying to put your insides back into your body. Like a giant crow is trying to put your insides back in your body, but you're just losing so much that you both just die. Both just die. And Jeff, you survive, but you are probably institutionalized, just like Humes is. Humes will end up institutionalized.
It's the butterflies, I tell you. It's the butterflies.
So this was a sped up version of that scenario because it can be a longer one, but yeah, there you go.
So what's the explanation?
Okay, so the explanation is all dates back to that witchcraft. So basically, an old wizard, a great wizard, came to these lands a long time ago, and basically framed this woman for witchcraft, and he was the one who caused her into the stones. In the process of that, she actually managed to get hold of one of his books and managed to cast a spell herself, and that spell linked to her bloodline. Garrett is part of her bloodline, as is Mary, so they are part of the cult of the butterfly. The crows are part of the cult of the crow, which is another one that's not too important. There's just a little war going on between them. Humes is an ancestor of this like wizard rather than the knights, so he's trying to keep the peace. He's not like anyone who's come before him. He's actually trying to keep these butterflies at bay. So he managed to learn some minor magic spell to repel the butterflies from being the carnivorous flies that they have become. They're from another dimension, these butterflies. They're another creature that have manifested, and they can go inside of you almost like face huggers. They don't hug you, they go inside of you, and they can be little spores. They can go really tiny and they just go into you and they cocoon inside. You are their cocoon. So then they just sprout.
Where is Peacemaker when we need him?
So yeah, it's It's a one that I just made based around the folklore in the area with the witchcraft, and I like butterflies, so I like making messed up butterflies because they're these cute little things, and
they're like spiders with wings.
I like making them evil. Moths are the good people. Butterflies are evil.
All right,
there you go.
Our players included David Gasaway, Morgan Llewellyn, Keith Craig, Stuart Lively, and myself, with Josh Harwood as the keeper of the secrets. We have a Discord server where you can chat with other members. You can set up private games. You can learn the finer arts of gameplay and game mastering. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Podbean or iTunes. If you'd like to help support our show, please visit our Patreon account. Just $1 a month helps us a lot. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows, and leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answering any questions you might have. This is Tom Rayleigh, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck, good gaming.